And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the starting group for the Spurs. They've got Collins. Johnson is out there with Jones. And it's Sohan in at the 4 spot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Conley. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Johnson dishes to Jones. And there's the drive. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws in the game right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort. And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an all-star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an all-star.
Now, here's Collins. Pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Lets it go from 11. Gobert pulls it in.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Johnson left side. He dishes it to Collins. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's McDaniels. Gobert controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
All right, fans, let me hear you give it up for your Timberwolves dancers.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jones in the post, covered by Conley. And no good, but he tries to maintain control in his foul. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, good job to take him right at
The Spurs shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich. on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
I think he would say that's completely not true. But he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves. The pass to Sohan. From 12 feet out. San Antonio again missing. Towns finds McDaniel. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now, here's Johnson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here he goes. Count it. Good.
The defense needs to do more against Johnson. He gets assertive for the finish.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Towns. And he drops it in from the low post. Towns has got 9 points.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
And here's Gobert. Inside. Towns is doubled. And he banks in the layup. He's got 11.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
104 left here in the first quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drains the three-pointer.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now, here's Collins. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And the shot goes down. And it's 9 points for Anthony Edwards.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And the Spurs with possession. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. 6 to shoot. Here's Sohan. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Spurs have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Line for the Spurs. Sohan.
And the first one comes. Anderson, he's checked in for Gobert. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. 16-point lead.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Here's Vassell. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Edwards driving inside.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Over to the left wing. Graham gets a wide-open look. And so it's Minnesota with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute.
Making their way onto the court are your Minnesota.
And so far, After one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Levin Vassell out there with Devontae Green. Then it's McDermott, and it's Bates Diop in at the 4 spot.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
And Conley drops them both. One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place, right now, a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard smalls, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them.
A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now, here's Vassell. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Unloads from 13. Buries the jump shot.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Here's Conley. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniel. Jordan McLaughlin comes in for Edwards. And it's Karl Anthony Towns in for Mike Conley. Now here's McDermott. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Vassell, no good. Richard, the Spurs with one of the youngest rosters in the league. Some quality young talent that they're very excited about.
And also acquiring draft capital. And they have a history of finding some great players outside the lottery like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You're right, they've always done it.
Yeah, you got to when you're a small market. Got to invest in development.
Outside, Towns. Here's the 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Here's Wesley. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Johnson against Prince. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Reed's got his first 2 points.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Here's Wesley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes to Vassell. Towns with the steal. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Reed. Austin Rivers comes in for Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Noel in for Anderson. Zach Collins checked in for San Antonio. Jones comes in for Devin Vassell. Hits the three-point bomb.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it. And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Wesley. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Johnson. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Prince against Wesley.
2 minutes
Pass to Noel.
2 minutes.
There's the triple. There's 1:54 left now here in the second. And a miss there on the triple. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Here's Gobert after the basket by San Antonio. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Minnesota with it. Clock at 6. Towns for 3. Sinks the triple. Towns has got 22 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. McDaniels, he's checked in for Towns. Edwards comes in for Taurean Prince. Morris checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Conley in for Noel. Now, here's Collins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Moore passes to Conley. Back to Moore. Timberwolves passing it around. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Graham. To the left side wing. 35 seconds left in the first half. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now here's Jones. He can't get that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. That one goes in. And that's 13 points for Anthony Edwards.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Here's Sohan. Gobert with the block. They recover it. And he gets it to go from the high post.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's McDaniels. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Timberwolves ahead, running away with this one. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. what a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 22 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it? Shaq, right? That's the point.
Obviously.
Shaq, what's your take on San Antonio so far?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Making their way onto the court.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
What stuck out to me was how easily he read the defense and found those cracks for his guys to exploit.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Towns. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
A nice shot by Sohan.
Assist goes to Trey Jones.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Conley finds Towns. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
Richard, you grew up in Arizona.
Taking 2 shots.
What do you think of the Suns right now and what they've done the last 2 seasons?
Oh, how much time do you got? All my friends back home are just loving it. Chris Paul, he has helped change the culture with Monty Williams. Great job by the front office. They have put in so much young talent, and they have coached them up. They are a complete team. And like I said, how much time you got? We could do this all day.
We could indeed. Now here's Edwards. 13 points in the game. This one for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Back to Jones. Here's Sohan. Dishes to Collins. Tries again. They shoot again. Gobert with the block. Towns against Jones. Towns kicks to Conley. Left side, Towns. The tray. Sinks the three-pointer. Towns has got 29 in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Yeah, easy call.
San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And that one falls for Jones. Some changes for Minnesota.
2 shots.
Reed comes in for Gobert. And it's Kyle Anderson in for McDaniels. And so he hits both. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Anderson passes to Reed. That one misses. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Keldon Johnson's doing. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Spurs head athletic trainer. He informed me that he took a big hit to his forearm and now he has a sizable bruise, but that's all.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Reed misses. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why. they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
And one of the offensive forces in the league. When Towns wants to score, it is really hard to keep him from his spots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Minnesota making a switch. Noel's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Johnson's checked in. A second chance effort. A rebound by the Timberwolves. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And Sean, he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And there's the pass to McDermott. Softly drops in the floater. McDermott's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Now here's McDermott. It's Wesley on the wing. Passes it to Bassey. And the layup is good. Bassey's got his third basket of the night right there.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Anderson dishes to Towns. And the shot is good.
Improving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
Wesley with the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota. That free throw, no good. Rivers, he's checked in for Minnesota. San Antonio also making some changes. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for McDermott, and Devontae Graham subbed in for Vassell. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. To the paint, and taken away by Johnson. Graham in the corner. From downtown, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And guys, Keldon Johnson has continued to perfect his craft.
A very flexible forward, scoring the ball better than he ever has. And that growing confidence you can see. He can spot up or shoot or slash his way to the rim.
To the left wing. Back to Graham. Three-pointer. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Anderson outside. Right side Towns. Pass to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Graham from outside. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Noel. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Torian Prince comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and it's McDaniels in for Kyle Anderson. San Antonio's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Graham with the ball, guarded now by Prince. They get the rebound. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Nailed from three-point land. Graham's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hey, everybody, that's execution off an inbounds play.
Conley gets the bucket.
How about that move? Pat Conley adjusting around the contact to get the finish.
That one doesn't drop. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Timberwolves ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Minnesota's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Langford. He's out there with Devontae Graham. McDermott is out there with Jang, and it's Bates Diop in at the power forward. The Spurs shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. To the inside. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Conley.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive that happened a moment ago.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Prince.
Karl-Anthony Towns.
McDaniels passes to Towns. And it's good, 2 points. And it's 37 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now, here's Langford. And the rejection by Towns.
And when it's his focus, Towns is a very good shot blocker, both on ball and as a help defender.
And the basket is good. Towns has got 39.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Now here's Conley. After the miss from Doug McDermott. Pass to Gobert. Down low, Towns takes it off the glass. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Knocked away, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Into the lineup for the Spurs, Charles Bassey, Wesley.
Now Wesley knocks down the 3 ball.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Towns kicks to Rivers. Gobert trying to get open. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here's Langford. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And it's Towns missing. The Spurs shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Here's McDermott, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
At the line for the Spurs, Doug McDermott.
The first one falls for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. And McDermott drops them both. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. Right side Towns. The 3 ball. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And pure cash. Whenever Towns gets these types of looks, he's consistent at spraying.
The pass to Jang. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Wesley against Prince, and he gets the bucket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Pass to Langford. Now here's McDermott, guarded by Prince. McDermott down low. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wesley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting for San Antonio, Wesley. 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. The Timberwolves have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Conley gets the bucket.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Conley against Wesley. And it's blocked. Now here's Towns. Rivers passes to Towns, shoots over Wesley, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Rivers. Towns has got 11 points in the quarter. And San Antonio shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Pass to Langford. No one near him. Connects, the jumper drops.
Not lacking any confidence down there. Just give Langford the ball and let him do his thing.
There's the lob to Towns. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Pass to Langford. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wesley. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Morris checked in for Taurean Prince. Alexander Walker comes in for Austin Rivers. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley. And they're on the break. Bates Diop misses. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 16-7 run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Romeo Langford. First personal foul. First team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Nikhil Alexander Walker. At the line for 2.
Both shots good from the stripe. On offense, here are the Spurs. And the pass to Bassi. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Langford.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's McLaughlin. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.